Jimmy Kimmel more than I love Jimmy Kimmel. People talking about it's a matter of freedom of speech, but the truth is it got everything to do with people killing people for speaking their own opinion. I want to say rest in peace to Charlie Kirk because he didn't deserve to die. This ain't the first time somebody lost their life for saying how they feel, and that ain't right. And for the people that celebrating the loss of life, y'all dead wrong. Jimmy Kimmel had a good thing going on. Had Eddie Murphy on the show, Arsenio Hall. Plenty of black artists went up there and showcased whatever it was they were selling. Now Jimmy Kimmel out the game. They done took his show away the same way they took Charlie Kirk's life away. People losing their platforms, people losing their jobs for speaking out against Charlie Kirk because he expressed the way he felt about things. That don't mean he needed to lose his life. And it's too soon and it's dead wrong to be speaking about somebody losing their life. Let me share something with y'all real quick, man. That boy, Luigi Maggione, whatever his name is, killed that man in broad daylight. And people celebrated him. They was making it seem like he was a modern day Robin Hood for killing somebody. What is the world coming to, man? Like death is to be celebrated. It ain't even Halloween yet. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Y'all need to see this, man. I can't even believe it.
We have been following a lot of breaking news over the past several hours, and we do have more that is now coming into the newsroom. This coming in courtesy of the Associated Press, as well as Reuters, a story that we have been following here as ABC has now suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely following comments that he made about Charlie Kirk's killing. The network's decision came. Nexstar announced that its ABC affiliates would preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely over his comments. Quote, Mr. Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Kirk are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse, and we do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions.
Hey, they had to pull the plug on Jimmy Kimmel, man. How would you feel if somebody took the life of one of your loved ones because they had an opinion, and then people out there celebrating the fact that your loved one died because they don't share the same opinions? Wouldn't that be sinister? Wouldn't that be devilish? That's what the world coming to. Somebody could take your life because of your opinion, and the people that don't agree with your opinion gonna celebrate your death, and that's supposed to be acceptable? That ain't right. If that's the case, everybody got the right to kill everybody, and that's wrong. They made an example out of Jimmy Kimmel just to stop the fire. How far this gonna go? Is people gonna start taking out TikTokers and people on Instagram just because they got an opinion, then turn around and celebrate? Something gotta give, man. I love Jimmy Kimmel, but hell, what's gonna be next? People out there ain't got no soul no more. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, the real T'Challa. They still crying in Africa about his passing, and I'm sad about it too. Now a lot of people mourning the fact that Jimmy Kimmel ain't got no show no more. But this letting the people know it don't matter how big or how small your platform is. If you celebrating the death of somebody with an opinion that may not be your own, then it's game over. And I agree, because there's a lot of people that don't agree with my views and my opinions, but that don't mean somebody got to kill me. And just to think, if somebody did take me out, hell, they did the same thing with Kevin Samuels. He had a different opinion that a lot of people ain't agree with. And when Kevin Samuels died, people were celebrating in the street like he wasn't a human damn being. People had more sympathy for their dogs than they have human beings, man. And that's messed up. So this letting y'all know, this ain't about race. This ain't about freedom of speech. It's about sympathy at the end of the day. Listen at this.
Views or values of the local communities in which we are located. That's according to Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. As we mentioned, Nexstar made the announcement about its stations, and ABC followed that by pulling the plug indefinitely on Jimmy Kimmel's late night show. Now, we also have just a little bit more information here, as we know that earlier in the day, the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, had urged local broadcasters to stop airing the show on ABC. So again, Nexstar made the decision to pull it from their stations, and then after that, ABC said, we're going to suspend the late night show altogether indefinitely. And this is all related, of course, to the comments that were made about Charlie Kirk's killing. The conservative political activist shot and killed in a targeted attack 1 week ago today as he was at Utah Valley University speaking in front of thousands of people, a crowd estimated to be 3,000 when he was shot. We know that he was rushed over to the hospital there. President Trump making the announcement just hours later that Kirk had died from his injuries.
Oh, that's messed up, man. What was Jimmy Kimmel thinking? Putting that on his damn show. Like, that's something to celebrate. Somebody lose. I don't give a damn who it was or what they had to say. It was a public slaying in America. He working on ABC and had the nerve to crack jokes about that. Wait a minute. What exactly did Jimmy Kimmel say? Jimmy Kimmel. What did he say about Charlie Kirk that got his ass fired? It had to be something real terrible, man. Let me see. ABC pulls the plug. Oh, they don't want me to. I ain't paying for a goddamn thing. Jimmy Kimmel taking off air over Charlie Kirk comments. They pulled the plug. What exactly did he say? The late night host also criticized flags being flown at half-mast honor of Kirk and mocked the president's reaction to the shooting. Is he on drugs? Jimmy Kimmel said his Monday night monologue, the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. Don't he know he all American? Shit, I could see if he was in Saudi Arabia with his damn show. He act like he ain't in America with this stuff. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he calls a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, he said. But he ain't no goldfish, and that was his friend. Wait a minute. He often mocked Trump. On the day Kirk was shot, Kimmel took to Instagram to condemn the attack and send love to the conservative activist's family. Authorities have not specified a motive for Kirk's fatal shooting on September 10th. According to charging documents, the suspect's mother explained that over the last year or so, he had become political and started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights orientated. So that means he had to go out there and kill somebody? I thought the rainbow was all about spreading love and peace. He should have kept on reading. What the hell? I ain't know that shit. The nigga had RuPaul on the show. He probably need to explain to this young man what's really going on here. He killed that man because he was sensitive about his sexuality. Shit. Don't have sex. Practice celibacy if you think about killing somebody. It really ain't that damn deep. He gonna be able to have all the fruity sex he wanna have in jail. They might even give him the penalty behind this madness here, man. It's disgusting. But like I said, it's people out there going to jail, losing their jobs, speaking on this. Look at this, y'all.
Your homie dead. Your homie dead. He got shot in the head. Your homie dead. Yep, homie dead.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that.
A Texas student has been arrested after mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination at a campus visit. Who does stuff like that, man? And I blame the hip-hop community. Been smoking on Tuka, Nicki Minaj, talking about Megan Thee Stallion dead mama. People dissing they dead homies and shit like that. Like it's a game out here. Like people, this is sick. And you figure some gotta give because it's inhumane at the end of the day. Murder is wrong. I'm pretty sure we all can agree with that. If you disagree with somebody, you ain't gotta take it to death. And if you do, you shouldn't be celebrated for that. Before you know it, they're gonna be celebrating people. Matter of fact, they already celebrating people for suicide, things like that. This is getting out of hand. Look at this. Hold on. Viral video shows 18-year-old Cameron Giselle Booker yelling insults and harassing mourners during a memorial on campus. Who does shit like that, man? Man, these Lizzo fans and stuff feel like they entitled. She must don't know she in fucking America. 60 years ago, she wouldn't even been allowed to go to the damn school. People need a reality check. And I think that's what's happening all across America, man. That's the reason why people losing their jobs. America about to go in the shop. Because people need to wake the fuck up. And by them snatching the Jimmy Kimmel show, that's going to let people know, hey, we ain't playing about this thing here. This can't be trending. This type of behavior can't be cool. They locked her ass up. Look at this. Booker can be seen yelling insults at a man in a MAGA hat who then called her behavior evil before showing her phone in his face. See, people desensitized to death. That's the problem. People don't know what's real and what's fake no more. They think everything is entertainment and everybody think they're a movie star just because they got a phone or whatever the case is. The young woman was later handcuffed and charged with battery, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and cited for assault. What the? She was then released on a $200 bond the following day. It is being circulated online and has been reposted by Texas governor. She putting a motherfucking bullseye on all the sisters out there with this foolishness. It's people out there trying to lay low and stay out the way. Her silly ass making it hot for people. We picked the wrong school to talk to them. Now she the victim and everything. You know what? Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. I don't give a damn what y'all got to say about it. He felt the way he felt, and guess what? A lot of people agree with the way he felt about it. A lot of things he said, a lot of people disagree, but hell, that's the whole point of freedom of speech. Y'all talking about ain't no more freedom of speech, but people losing their lives because they got freedom of speech. That's wrong. That's what you call not having freedom of speech. Hold on. It's something I want to share with y'all. Y'all need to see this. Look.
Do you think the average rap artist that a black kid in the hood is listening to is glorifying marriage and family and saving your money?
That's what sells
Hold on, wait, what's going on?
because it's a culture thing. It's not just within the black community.
I agree.
White people
No,
listen to it.
but hold on.
Everyone listens to it. It's not
No,
just isolated.
It's bad for everyone who listens to it. The point being is that black youth, as they are being raised, their role models are largely not glorifying staying with one woman, getting married, going to church. But if it's about culture, you're right. The internal black culture has collapsed the last 60 years. We're no longer elevating the family. We're no longer elevating staying with the person that you're with. So our contention here as conservatives is that the systemic racism stuff is a bunch of rubbish. Instead, it's systemic bad choices.
Wait a minute, y'all. Now, y'all need to hear me out on this one, man. I've been saying that this whole time on S.A.T. People looking up to these rappers got their kids listening to this bullshit and got the nerve to say it's cultural. Well, hell, that's the problem. That's the reason why so many single mothers and men feeling like they don't have to take responsibility for their kids because we don't love them hoes. And he trying to point this fact out. And this dude trying to justify the foolishness. People would rather kill this man than to consider what he's saying about the situation. Truth is truth, man. It's an issue. Look, hold on. Y'all need to listen to this.
Black youth, as they are being raised, their role models are largely not glorifying staying with one woman, getting married, going to church. But if it's about culture, you're right. The internal black culture has collapsed the last 60 years. We're no longer elevating the family. We're no longer elevating staying with the person that you're with. So our contention here as conservatives is that the systemic racism stuff is a bunch of rubbish. Instead, it's systemic bad choices.
Do you feel that systemic racism isn't real?
Of course not. What can I do that you can't do? Name it.
Okay.
No, seriously. What can I do that you can't do?
Fallacy. That's a slippery slope.
No, it's not.
Y'all see that, man? I hate put people on the spot. People don't like to be put on the spot, man. And you know what? If he was black saying what he was saying, people would be jumping up and down celebrating. If he was a black man saying what he's saying right here, people wouldn't disagree. But since people put more value on him because he's not a black man, people get offended because they feel like they Lord Almighty is speaking down on them, or whatever the case is. It's sort of like black on black crime. You wouldn't give a damn if I called you a nigga. But if he did it, all hell gonna break loose because people put more value on him because he Caucasian. That's what make it sting. Because people look at him like he better, or look at his people like they better. So it hurt when they do the damn shit. If Charleston White was having this debate, people would be hitting them thumbs up, clapping their hands and all that shit. That's the only difference, man. It's fucked up. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, because he made some incredible points. People don't like it, but it is what it is. It's something I want to share with y'all real quick, because Jimmy Kimmel is out of a job, but it's more scary things happening than that. And I'm telling y'all, this is part of the reason why they pulled the plug on Jimmy Kimmel, because of stuff like this. Look at this.
Luigi Mangione was back in court this morning for a pre-trial hearing. Mangione is accused of shooting and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year. The judge overseeing his case dismissed the two most serious state charges, but he is also facing federal charges. So let's go live now to CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan outside the Manhattan courthouse. Jerika, thank you so much for joining us today. You were inside the courtroom. Can you describe what you saw and heard this time compared to what we saw last time with Mangione?
That's right. So court was supposed to start at 9 o'clock this morning Eastern time, and everyone wanted to make sure we got our seats so we could get a clear shot of Mangione as he walked in. But it was about 25 minutes that we were sitting there. There was a huge police presence. And about 9:28 in walks Luigi Mangione. He's dressed in like a tan jumpsuit. He's sort of looking around at different people, but he kept his head high. He raised his eyebrows a little bit, but he seemed very confident, knowing that every little thing that he was doing was absolutely going to be analyzed. There were people in that courtroom who support Luigi Mangione. Many of them were outside this morning with different signs saying "Free Luigi." There was a
He's a damn killer. What's wrong with people? He murdered somebody in cold blood, and they out there celebrating this man like he Bruce Wayne or something. This ain't no movie. People don't know the difference, man. I blame Pixar and all them animes and shit. People don't know the difference between reality and television. It ain't right. You disagree with somebody and you kill that motherfucker, you a damn champion. You gonna get celebrated. What's gonna happen if this type of behavior continue to go on? It's already people. Y'all seen that girl that went up to a job and killed her boss because she took her off the schedule. That's what bosses do. If you ain't doing your job right and you ain't fitting in or whatever the case is, they got the right to take you off the schedule. But that girl took it upon herself to go up there and kill her boss. And she was dead wrong. But you got people online talking about, well, she was being bullied. So you shouldn't be bullying. People will justify a murder out here. So when your ass get caught up in the situation, your ass murdered in cold blood, and people evaluating. Matter of fact, what's the girl name? Let me show. We're going to get back to Jimmy Kimmel, but I'm letting y'all know that this ain't got nothing to do with race. This ain't got nothing to do with freedom of speech. This got everything to do with human beings need to have some sympathy and behave like human beings. Y'all need to see this. This girl, Ramika Meeks.
This story left me heartbroken. Ramika Meeks from...
We ain't doing that. They talking about...
Recently in Chicago, 31-year-old Ramika Meeks was shot and killed right after she dropped her son off at school. But you ain't gonna believe who shot and killed Ramika. Ramika was shot and killed by her baby daddy's new girlfriend, Holly Johnson. Yeah, this story crazy, y'all. So Ramika had just wrote her son a beautiful letter saying that she was proud of him and go have a great day at school. She put the little letter in his backpack, then drove him to school. She dropped him off. Somehow her baby daddy and the new girlfriend stopped somewhere on the side street and they had a fight. Ramika fought with Holly. They was fighting in the street. The baby daddy broke it up and he was restraining Ramika. Okay, so he had her in a headlock. This is according to the witnesses. He had her in a headlock. They weren't even fighting no more. Holly went to the car, came back and shot her in the face while Ramika's baby daddy was holding her in a headlock. Yeah. Then she gonna claim, when the police showed up and everybody that was outside on the street was saying she shot and killed her. She went to her car, got the gun and shot and killed her. She was yelling out, well, I got a gun license. And I got a restraining order against Ramika. Not realizing that restraining orders don't work. Recently.
Y'all see that bullshit? Now you got people in the street online pleading her case, saying that she innocent, even though she shot that woman in her face when she was dropping her kid off at school. Somebody got to draw the line. They making an example out of your boy Jimmy Kimmel. America love Jimmy Kimmel, man. He the late night king. That's like Jay Leno getting pulled off of the air back in the day. Or Conan O'Brien, or motherfucking Johnny Carson or somebody getting pulled off of the show. This is big. They ain't playing out here. If somebody die, don't say nothing. If it ain't a R.I.P. I mean, what else is there to really say when somebody dead? Besides goddamn and R.I.P. That's common sense, but it seems like people ain't got that no more. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, we got to get into this news, man. Y'all listening? Here we go.
News, ABC has just announced here that they will be preempting the very well-known show Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. That's confirmed by ABC, and it comes at a very tense time with many of the issues we've been covering tonight. There was a backlash on the right because Jimmy Kimmel, after the Charlie Kirk shooting, made the statement that he viewed, quote, new lows with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and with everything they can to score political points from it, end quote. I've just read part of what Jimmy Kimmel had said, which includes what sounds like an inaccurate reference to the shooter. We've followed, of course, that case closely on this broadcast. Andrew Weissman, DOJ and FBI veteran, is here with me. And I kind of want to start with saying this is a pretty big piece of news when you look at the backlash or punishment of speech, something we've been covering. Right. Also, I would say in a news broadcast, if that were on ABC, you would be probably expected to issue corrections or deal with any material that.
Think of your liver.
Hold on, man. I got to hear what they got to say about this, because this is some deep shit.
Deliberately or not, over time became inaccurate, right? I don't actually have the exact date of that statement. I just wanted to let viewers know that. And the FCC leader under Donald Trump had also publicly called for this outcome. So there's been both public but specific government pressure. Your reaction to this news?
Well, one, it's worth taking a pause because we will learn more about exactly what the statements are and sort of how this came about. When I hear this, I divide it very much as you said. What has the government done versus what has a private actor like ABC done? So first, with respect to the government, that's where it's exactly the conversation we were just having with Katie. The government needs to be really respectful of different viewpoints, even when you think that what is being said is inaccurate or deplorable or both. And so that to me is the more problematic thing.
No, because people gonna feel like, hey, let's go out there and take out some officials. Let's go out and start taking out people that don't share our same views. They'll see the Jimmy Kimmel show and feel like it's a green light. You can get celebrated. You could be on Hollywood, get a star on the Walk of Fame for taking out somebody. You want to get a name for yourself? Take out somebody with some different political views as yours. Or somebody that share the opposite views of Jimmy Kimmel. He'll promote your ass on his show. You'll be an overnight celebrity. And on top of that, you could possibly get off. What type of message would that be sending to the masses? People not as smart as they used to be. And that's what got these people panicking. The public feel like, Hollywood is over. Ain't no blockbuster movies or nothing like that. You got these instant overnight celebrities. People feel so entitled just because they got a social media platform or whatever the case is. I'll be scared shitless if that's what they letting fly in America these days. Oh, you don't like what I said? Okay. Or I don't like what you said, so I'm going to kill you. And I'm going to get a shout out by Jimmy Kimmel. Hell no. They had to pull the plug. Listen.
Where you'd want to know exactly what were they doing, because you really are not supposed to engage in sort of viewpoint discrimination. Now, a private actor is a very different story. The private actor is entitled to voice their opinions and what they have to say. But a company can also have certain, restrictions on what they do. But again, news organizations, they both have to be accurate. They have to be fair. They, as you know, from time to time will issue retractions and corrections. But also, news organizations should be the first to be defending the First Amendment.
Yes, and while
y'all know what it is, people used to mainstream white people being phony and not keeping it funky. Now you got a bunch of white people out there keeping it real funky with people, and people don't like it. People getting offended by people keeping it real and saying how they really feel about some shit. And that's why a lot of people hate Donald Trump, because he keep it funky. He ain't sugarcoating. He don't give a damn who get offended, because that's the way he feel. Now that's real freedom of speech. People don't like it. Black people can have all the freedom to say all the whatever, because don't nobody take people of color seriously like that. Black comedians can get on stage and say the most outlandish shit. And if that's how they feel, it's a damn joke, literally, because ain't nobody taking it seriously, man. You got brothers standing on the streets of Harlem. You got Hebrew Israelites. You got hoteps. You got people talking about ancient Egypt, all this shit. The Anunnaki and everything. They let a brother talk to you blue in the face about how he really feel on platforms and stuff. But since people don't take them seriously, ain't nobody getting offended. But when you got people like Charlie Kirk keeping it a bean and keeping it funky about how he feel, which I may not feel the same way as he feel. You may not feel the same way as he feel, but since people put so much value on his opinion, he automatically, his words become weapons. And that's fucked up. So we at a point now to where people feel so threatened by people's opinions that they feel like they gotta kill somebody. And it ain't right. Jimmy Kimmel, I love you, man. I hate to see you go out like this. But they pulled the plug on my boy. Oh, Jimmy. He gonna bounce back. I hope. But as of right now, the show is gone. Why can't we all just get along? We need to hug one another, love one another. And the crazy part about it is, I'm pretty sure there's somebody watching this video right now, pissed off about what I got to say. Because I ain't going with the popular narrative about how colored people feel about the situation. The hell with that, man. Because I know damn well, if somebody took me out, y'all would be celebrating. Y'all need to look at this real quick. Yo, turn that music on. It's a sad world we living in. Y'all need to listen at this. Look.
Looked at the way Vivica looks these days. Every time you see her, it look like she done sucked on a bag of lemons. Now, I remember back in the 90s when Vivica was hot. Fine. But Vivica, but so many women like Vivica A. Fox fall into a broadcast where I said, women have already met their guy. And they blew it. I mean, think about when you see Fox Soul, Vivica Fox, Claudia Johnson, and y'all feeling me, and Lisa Ray. Don't y'all see a bunch of old women and be like, y'all are 40 and 50 years old. Y'all been some grandma by now.
Damn, he was dead wrong for saying what he said about Vivica Fox, but what she said about him after he died was even more wrong than what he said about her when he was alive. Listen at this, man. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. People need to consider just saying the R.I.P. and leave it alone. Look.
This man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
That's fucked up, y'all. This makes me angry. I need to take a little break, man, because it's getting hot in here. And this ain't no Nelly video or nothing like that, man. It's hot. I'm upset that this type of stuff is going on in America today. They might as well just do without funerals, because a lot of people show up to the funeral for the entertainment aspect. They want to see the dead body. Ain't no telling what people be saying to themselves when they see you laid out in that casket. They thinking to themselves, that's what you get, bitch. Look at your ass now, stiff as a board. Oh, shit, you died. Your cousins, your relatives, your siblings, they thinking to themselves, shit, he died before me. I thought it was going to be me first. Well, got one out of the way. They treat your ass like a bowling pin when you kill over. This is disgusting. Look at this, y'all.
Arrested, bro. This is the mug shot. She really got arrested
for doing too much.
Charlie Kirk hated empathy. Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you not put the camera in my face?
I'm sitting. Explain.
I get to receive my reparations for slavery.
You don't deserve it.
Imagine somebody aggressively saying you're stupid and you're worthless. So that's basically what happened with Charlie Kirk, right? So he went out of his way to degrade black people and talk about how stupid we are, how worthless we are, how undeserving we are, right? And so, you know, he recently passed away, and a student at Texas Tech, her name is Cameron Booker, was celebrating that. And they expelled her. Well, I'm sorry, expelled her is the word. Yeah, she got expulsion. They are putting assault charges on her. And I just think it's crazy because it's cool for him to say all the degrading things he said, but it's not cool for her to react about all the degrading things he said.
So, Ridge is already really good.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all wait a minute. Look.
I feel like this is the world we live in, and this is why people be constantly back and forth with each other. Because Willie Legs, Governor Grab Abbott, is out there excited about the fact that he's doing this to this girl. Texas Tech done kicked her out, all of this stuff. I just think that's really crazy.
All right, guys, so
Shout out to him. Y'all need to see this. Hold on.
she found out.
Oh no, keep going. Do your song. You're so brave.
I'm so beautiful.
You're so brave. She started saying, haha, your homie dead. For
Yeah,
saying this.
homie dad.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Evil. Murder is bad. She is evil. Have not said. Why are you being so
Why are
hateful?
you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you
please?
not
She's
put the camera in my face?
I'm sitting here. You walked up to me.
Okay, well, I
don't
can do
want
this
this.
too.
I said rest in peace.
And I can do
Just
this
leave it
too.
alone. Please don't come after
Ma'am,
me.
you've been
I want to be
being
left alone.
I'm not emotional, ma'am. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face.
Her ass thinks she white. That's her problem, man. Somewhere along the line, she convinced herself that she Caucasian. I don't know how many times she don't watch White Chicks or Friends or whatever them TV shows she was, Seinfeld, whatever the fuck. Somewhere along the line, she convinced herself that she Caucasian. It's a lot of people of color out there like this, man, and that's one of the major problems that's happening in America today. And when people get that nigga wake-up call, people want to play the victim. I'm like, damn, integration probably was the worst thing to possibly ever happen in this country, man, because it got people feeling like since we integrated, we all the same damn people. I could see us all being equal, but damn, at least have some pride in yourself. At least understand the differences, man. What the hell? There's some sad shit. And there's a lot of people out there like this, man. Can't tell the difference. Oh my God, this is horrible.
I said rest in peace.
And I can
Just leave it alone. Please don't come after
Ma'am,
me.
you've been
I want to be left alone.
I'm not emotional, ma'am. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face because I could tell you what you are, but you won't like it.
You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice
You
is
are
very
being
calm. You're calling me
aggressive.
aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Not at all.
You are.
we're not.
I'm
Is
very
she being
calm right now.
aggressive?
You bring race into it.
I'm how? Why are you?
Come on now.
Like racing at me? No, I just said I don't want to talk.
I just don't want. I don't want.
The only
Look
reason
at
that
that.
you're getting away with
Oh
it is
my
that
God.
Look at me, everybody. Look at me.
Disgusting.
You. Homie dead. Your homie dead. Your homie dead. He got shot in the head.
Lines, Governor.
Get her the fuck off campus, man. Get her out of here. Go on somewhere. That's like a motherfucker showing up to a line dance, twerking all in the middle with a damn crowd. They trying to get their line dance on, and she over here wobbling cheeks and shit. This ain't the place for that. It's a time and place for every damn thing. What the fuck wrong with her? She need to get her demographics together. Let them line dance or do whatever the hell they take your ass on somewhere. Do another protest on the other side of the damn school. People be thirsty for attention. Now they gotta pull a plug on motherfuckers. Cause just imagine if this type of behavior go unchecked in America. And it's the thing to do. It's so easy for things to start trending. It's a lot of monkey see, monkey do shit out here, man. If this would have started trending, they would have been acting like this every damn protest or whatever. It's gonna be some sister or some brother out there doing backflips, doing jumping jacks in the middle of what the fuck they got going on. I like the fact that they pulling this shit early. They stopping this shit quick. And with the Jimmy Kimmel situation, this even makes it even bigger. This even make it even more serious, man. Them letting the world know, hey, Jimmy Kimmel been on air for I don't know how long. We done watched him be young and be old. And they turned around and said, his ass can get the boot too. And I'm pretty sure Jimmy got some very powerful people in his corner, powerful people in his family, and they don't give a damn. Because there's different genres for different people. It's a bunch of genres that I can't get into, but I ain't about to go out my way to try to shut down the genre for other people. I don't really care for horror like that, but there's people out there that's horror fans. And I say rock out with your demonic movies if that's what you into. I ain't gonna protest at the theater just because you want to watch whatever Charlie Kirk was talking about. He got an audience for that. And if you ain't a part of his audience, just don't watch his ass. I ain't never heard of the man until he passed. And I must admit, a lot of the shit he was saying wasn't wrong. It just sting coming from him to a lot of black people because he white. Okay, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. Put that music on. Y'all need to hear this, man. Hold on. Some people face backlash. Oh shit, let's listen at this. Tell the truth about black culture. Oh man, hold on, look. Y'all listening? Okay, listen at this, y'all.
Of course we pandered to blacks. They're in every TV commercial. They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every college on preferential with lower test scores. You can't ever say anything negative. You can lose your job. You have your entire life obliterated if you say something racist. And yet we have to hear about how racist we are. How about you take responsibility for your own actions instead of blaming the white man?
God, somebody, it's sisters that be saying that shit all day, every day, man. I know a sister right now that's saying the same thing that this man just got done saying. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people do get slid under the radar just because they black. It's a whole lot of tokens out there. But the problem is, a lot of people of color don't know that they some damn tokens. You gotta have a percentage of black people on the job. You gotta have a percentage of black people in the neighborhood. You gotta do this shit just to normalize the damn economy system or whatever the case is. It's a lot of people graduating from college getting degrees just so they could pay back the damn loan. It's a lot of people getting hired, don't know what the fuck they doing, man. Especially foreigners. Some of y'all got a boss right now that you know their job better than they know their damn job. They put Jerome in there just so they could have a black man on the damn job. I ain't agreeing with everything this man's saying, but if he was a sister named Wanda or something like that, y'all would be clapping at everything he got to say. And y'all know y'all would, man. If Charlie Kirk was a big black woman, y'all wouldn't have a problem with nothing that's coming out his damn mouth. Actually, y'all would celebrate it. And that's the craziest part about all of this, man. Hold on. I'm gonna find some more stuff. Look.
I made a video talking about how I'm a little more than pleased that Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. And somebody who I guess is following me on Instagram said, I expected better from you. Why are you making fun of death? I don't know why they would ever say something like that. It's silly. But outside of that, I'm pretty sure there are going to be many more people like that coming to my page, telling me that they're disappointed in me for making light of somebody who died. And I just want to let you know, the person that I'm talking about, Charlie Kirk, has spent the majority of his career calling George Floyd, somebody who was notoriously murdered on camera, a scumbag. So before you tell me anything about how I need to respect the dead, suck my first. Somebody also said that I need to take in mind that God will be judging us. The person who really needs to be worried about God.
Man, it's like watching children. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of grown-ass kids out here that's looking for attention from white mommy and white daddy. That's all it is. They kids. Grown-ass kids. Looking for love in all the wrong places, trying to go viral and all this, but off of somebody's death. Come on, I know y'all better than that. It's sickening, man. And that's why people losing their jobs disproportionately. They trying to snap people out of it. You are not a Caucasian female. I don't give a damn how slick your hair is. It's time for the great American wake up around this bitch. They tired of playing with these grown-ass kids. Y'all gotta look at this, man.
Blacks are 13% of the population, and they commit over 50% of the crimes. Why is that?
Black people, I would say, not blacks.
Okay,
but
it's not. I could say whites, and you wouldn't care.
So anyway,
hold on. Right? I can say Hispanics, you wouldn't care. So don't
I
police
think I might,
my language.
but whatever.
If you look at white Americans in poverty, they commit far less crimes than black Americans in poverty. Why is that?
Maybe it's because when you're in a store, like they follow black people and they don't follow white.
Why is it that black people commit so many more murders? Like that's not. You're being followed in a store and you commit more murders?
Yeah.
So in order to go to jail for the war on drugs, you have to be dealing drugs, right? Or you have to be caught with drugs. So
if there's no jobs, like you're.
Let's talk about it, people. Why are black people committing more murders? And there's actually less black people? I mean, what the fuck is up with that? Is it black on black crime? Is it black hatred? I mean, black people really can't fucking stand each other. I mean, they choke each other in public. I've seen it. People beat their kids in grocery stores. I've seen the shit. A black guy try to holler at a black girl, he might get maced. Black women lock their car doors when they see other black men, even if they're driving a piece of shit. I've seen a black man hop out of a Bentley and this raggedy hood booger had the nerve to lock her car doors. And she was driving a fucking pinto bean. I've seen black women lock their bikes up when black men get out their Mustangs. Why is there so much black on black crime? It's ridiculous. Is it really that much black hatred in the world? Like self-hate, they fucking hate each other, man. How many times have you heard black people call each other the N-word? They fucking love that shit. Black people treat the N-word like hot sauce. It's all over the place. I mean, is he wrong? Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, man. One of the realest men to ever do it. They mad because he kept it funky. If that was Charleston White, one-eyed ass, talking with all that spit flying out his mouth with the dope fiend neck, with the veins popping all out of it, y'all be clapping, twerking that ass and doing all that silly shit. Let's be real. I'm sick to death, man. Y'all need to pay y'all respects to Charlie Kirk. Cause he might be one of the last ones, one of the realest ones to ever spit it like that, man. And he ain't gotta be speaking on black people. He figure, hell, somebody got to say this shit. He like the white Malcolm X. People want to stop his shine. They want to take his life. They act like he big pun to somebody. It's so hard. He almost came home with the Grammy. Next time, bring a home for the family. They want to cut his thing short because he kept it a bean. And Jimmy Kimmel, you dead wrong, man. He got on his national platform on ABC celebrating the death of a man. I'm pissed off about it. I really am. And for these grown ass black kids out there talking that, y'all shut y'all ass up. Listen to what Candace Owens had to say about it. Listen to this.
If you had to choose between flipping...
Oh shit, hold on y'all. Y'all ready? Okay, here you go.
A shocking and terrifying moment unfolded during Charlie Kirk's event at Utah Valley University, where the conservative commentator was reportedly shot during his live appearance. Social media to express her heart.
I want to see what they playing games with all this music and shit. Let me see what Candace Owens had to say, because for the most part, you know, she assisted at Keep It Real too. People be hating on Candace Owens because she keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? Candace will flat out say motherfuckers can't read, niggas can't write, but want to know where the Jordans at. Candace Owens get to talk about how many grown men playing 2K and all that shit. Then people get mad. Black men are more concerned about their sneakers than they are about their children. Then people want to cancel Candace Owens for keeping it real.
I'm not going to let it go, okay? You're not going to emotionally use some jujitsu, and I'm referring here to Roy or Rob McCoy, who says, I'm Charlie's pastor.
She Michael Jackson before the plastic surgery. That's why I fucks with Candace Owens, man. She like the original MJ. If you ask me, she the GOAT. Maybe it's just human nature or some shit, man. Because they hate on her like she the king of pop. Matter of fact, run that back. I love Candace Owens.
I'm not going to let it go, okay? You're not going to emotionally use some jujitsu, and I'm referring here to Roy or Rob McCoy, who says, I'm Charlie's pastor, and here's the truth, or whatever it is, to look the other way right now, okay? You're not going to tell me that I have to feel too bad to investigate who shot my friend in front of my face. So stop the nonsense. This is what Charlie's pastor passed around to all of the people that were intimidating Charlie leading up to his death. It's funny that Charlie's pastor couldn't find his voice when Bibi Netanyahu was lying about Charlie. Here's pastor. You know what he's saying are lies. No, he didn't find his voice saying anything about Bibi Netanyahu. Candace investigating things? Yeah, that's got to stop. Here's what he wrote, okay? What's his name? Rob McCoy. He wrote, Charlie Kirk was my friend and I was his pastor. I want to simply say this regarding Candace Owens. Charlie Kirk was a friend to Candace and never publicly spoke poorly of her, though he disagreed with her. He never operated nor entertained gossip or innuendo concerning Candace. My only comment I offer regarding Candace is this. I only wish at this tragic time of mourning, she would be the friend to Charlie Kirk that he was to her. He would never have treated Candace or her family in such a way had, God forbid, this tragedy been hers. A friend loves at all times, and he drops a biblical proverb. Now, let me say this, okay? I hope that Charlie would have been the sort of friend that I'm being, okay? He would have never, why? Why wouldn't Charlie Kirk have investigated if I had been killed and we were being so obviously lied to? I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think Charlie was a real friend and he would not have dropped it. He would not have let it go, least of all because he was being emotionally manipulated.
See, that's what it's like to have white friends, man. It make you want to be a real ass friend. I'm over here crying and shit because they had camaraderie. That's something she probably would have never found with another black person. As soon as they would have got mad at Candace, you old ugly ass, big head, alien face, people would have went off on Candace. Charlie would have never did no shit like that. Charlie, are you okay? Charlie, she need to remake some shit. Because that was her friend to the end. And Jimmy Kimmel, you wrong, bro. You need to apologize. And now you ain't got no show. What you gonna do? He gonna be at home before you know it. He ain't gonna have nothing left but bologna sandwiches, man. Them pockets done slowed up. He calling all them people that was sitting on his show asking for a loan. All because he couldn't shut up about a man that lost his life. It's way too soon. Charlie Kirk passed away in September. It's still September. What the wrong with him? I ain't got no, man. I just don't understand it. They be trying to put on for them zesty daddies out there. Where them zesty daddies at now? Where RuPaul at now that you ain't got no show, Charlie? Where them zesty daddies? They ain't gonna be able to help him. Not Charlie, I mean Jimmy. Oop, I'll take that back. I know the algorithm listening and shit. I'm over here shaking like booty meat. I love Charlie Kirk. Cause like I said earlier, the man that took him out is a big dummy. I'm scared, y'all. I love S.A.T. You know what I'm saying? And this is for educational purposes. The man that took him out ain't nothing but a big dummy. Because now his word about to be bigger than ever. His voice gonna be more powerful than it ever was before. And I'm over here celebrating with tears of joy. Because they gonna have t-shirts. They gonna have t-shirts about this man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look, I'm over here crying tears of joy. Tears of joy because I know his legacy gonna live on. I know it is, man. Woo, got me laughing like young Jeezy about this bitch, man. He gonna live forever. Unlike Jimmy Kimmel's show. Y'all need to listen at this, man. Somebody said go to bed. I ain't even take my melatonin yet. And this ain't no laughing matter. Goddamn. They could all drop the ball. And I know the White House listening. Goddamn. I got a funny bone, man. My shit be tickling me, man. And this ain't got nothing to do with the show. I'm watching TV while I'm watching this, man. Duck Dynasty, this some funny ass shit. y'all need to see this. Because when I be streaming, I be watching this on the side, man. So yeah, man, these boys, they funny as hell, especially their big mama. Oh, that lady had me rolling. And Julie, oh, she's so damn hilarious. That's the only reason why I'm over here snickering, cause man, I can't even get through a stream without watching my favorite television. My favorite television show. I'm gonna cut this off because I know this video serious. I can't be watching Duck Dynasty. Them motherfuckers look like Bone Thugs and Harmony. See you at the goddamn crossroad on the Brokeback Mountain. What the hell? Them ain't the same people. They must be inbred. The hills have eyes out this motherfucker. What the hell? I feel sorry for them ducks, because ain't no telling what they doing with them shit. But that's Negro in there. We got to get back to this. Y'all listening? All right, here we go.
And the ABC network are taking Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. This follows a controversy over comments the late-night comedian made Monday night about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer and the MAGA movement and their reaction to the assassination. Let's get straight to CNN's chief media affairs correspondent, Brian Stelter. Brian, what is going on?
That's right. This is fast developing this afternoon, Jake, amid pressure from the Trump-aligned FCC. And in the past few minutes, ABC confirmed to CNN that Kimmel's show will be off the air, quote, indefinitely. We have not yet heard from Kimmel or his representatives. That's how quickly this has been developing. But let's back up and look at what Kimmel actually said on the program that has caused controversy. This is from Monday night in his Monday evening monologue. Kimmel suggested that the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk might have been a pro-Trump Republican. He said, quote, the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. He said in between the finger pointing, there was grieving. Kimmel was expressing what we've heard some other liberals say in recent days, that the motives are unclear and that maybe the suspect in this case was a Republican or was some sort of far-right fringe figure. Of course, there has been a lot of discussion about that in recent days. There's a lot of evidence pointing in other directions about the suspect. But Kimmel was on the air talking about this, making a very serious commentary amid his jokes in his monologue Monday night. Here's where it became interesting earlier today. The FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, went on a far-right webcast and condemned Kimmel and urged ABC to suspend him. He also talked about possible regulatory punishments of Disney because there are lots of different stations that have licenses with the FCC. Within the past hour, we've heard from a big owner of stations that have affiliations with ABC, a company called Nexstar, saying that they were going to suspend Kimmel's show on their station. So in other words, about 24 stations were refusing to air Kimmel's show tonight as a result of this controversy. And then following word that some of those stations were basically revolting against Kimmel, Disney, the parent company of ABC, decided to yank the show entirely. So that's all we know at the moment. We know.
That's right. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Jimmy Kimmel, you wrong. This man was executed publicly in front of people. People devastated behind that. People witnessed that. And he had a lot of supporters there when he was saying what he was saying. And a lot of people feel like they can't get out there and say how they really feel because of the backlash they gonna get. It's a lot of people in the suburbs living in them big ass houses and shit feel the same way as Charlie Kirk. So to see him say it for them, they took pride in that. Because Lord knows they feel that way, especially when they go to Walmart and they just want to grab a few things and they having a gangster party up in the damn Walmart. People bumping all into you, trying to do your grocery shopping. All you trying to get is some bread. Before you grab the bread, the last bread, a big black hand swoop down and snatch the bread and run off with the card. They tired of it, man. And as a black person, I feel like it's my responsibility to share how I feel with the people of the world because I see what's going on here, man. It ain't about freedom of speech. It's about people not feeling free to say what they want to say because there's somebody out there that will really kill you for feeling the way you feel about something, man. So what's freedom of speech when you can lose your life for saying what you want to say? And then you got people out there that will justify a murder regardless of what it is. That's fucked up. And it's messed up that the black community could listen to a whole rap album that's talking about murder, killing, shooting, and all that shit, just like Charlie Kirk was talking about, and don't want to make that political and hold these people to a high esteem in our community. Look at this. People celebrate this motherfucker like he Dr. King or somebody. Ain't never had a positive I ain't never ran for my nigga, and I damn sure ain't about to pick a day to start running. But he ain't never said he ain't never ran from the police, or he ain't never ran from the National Guard, or he ain't never ran from Trump. He ain't make a song talking about how he ain't never ran from the IRS. But people celebrate him because he the demolition man when it come to his own damn people, the fireman when it come to his own damn people, man. It's sickening. And people don't want to hear the truth because people stuck on stupid. But the truth of the matter is when somebody lose their life, don't be celebrating. Charlie Kirk ain't no damn rapper. Y'all try and make it seem like Charlie Kirk Tuka or somebody. Rest in peace to Tuka. He ain't deserve that bullshit neither. But people let people get away with that. Even had Young M.A. talking about she smoking on Tuka. They put that shit all on the radio and people dancing, shaking their ass to people disrespecting the dead. They simply letting it be known, hey, we ain't letting that shit fly over here. If y'all want to disrespect y'all dead and that's trending and y'all think that's cool, so be it. But on their side of the fence, they ain't with that shit. You ain't never heard Kid Rock talking about he smoking on Elvis. They would have canceled his ass so damn quick. They smoking on that Ozzy pack. I wish somebody would come out talking about they smoking that Ozzy pack. They whole shit gonna get shut down. Just that Fred Durst ride smoking on that Dursky pack. That shit ain't never gonna happen, man. Like, that nigga ain't even dead. I'm smoking on that Bruce Willis. Got that Bruce Willis right here smoking on that Brucey pack. It would never, ever go down. Because it's silly, it's disrespectful, and it's inhumane. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Jimmy Kimmel, you wrong, bro. You wrong, brother. Y'all need to listen at this.
That Kimmel will not be on the air tonight or for the foreseeable future because the network says the show has been yanked off the air indefinitely.
Brian, just to take one issue.
Oh, they did that nigga worse than Arsenio Hall. Who would have ever thought that they would have did Jimmy Kimmel like they did Arsenio Hall? Look. Shit, they really about to make America great again. He need to get with Arsenio Hall and do a YouTube channel or some shit, cause they in the same damn boat. Jimmy Kimmel gonna have to come back on Tubi in order to get his show back rolling. He gonna be leaned back with a pair of Timberlands sitting on the desk with a bandana wrapped around his head. He might as well start rapping. Jimmy Kimmel make you tremble and fucking all them bimbos. Had to trade in my limbos. What he gonna do? They gonna bring Jimmy Kimmel to BET. He gonna be interviewing Bokeem Yoba and Malik Yoba and all them niggas. Omar Epps. Jimmy Kimmel gonna have an exclusive interview with Dame Dash coming out on the American News Network. They gonna hire Jimmy Kimmel up there at Revolt. His next interview gonna be on Carisha Please. Why the fuck he do that to himself, man? Better leave that boy Charlie Kirk alone. He the real Machiavelli. He taking these niggas out from beyond the grave. Look at this.
Your interpretation of what Kimmel said, I think, is the one that Brendan Carr had and the one that the individuals at Nexstar have. But what he said specifically was, quote, the MAGA gang is desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. That can be read in several ways. That could be heard in several ways. It could also be it could also be argued he's saying that what the MAGA gang is doing is just trying to make sure that they don't have any ownership of it, not necessarily that this killer, this horrible person, was part of them. I mean,
I think you're making a very important point.
Yeah,
You're making a very important point. And let's take it a little bit step further. This was all on Monday night. Nobody seemed to notice this yesterday, Jake. This all erupted in the past few hours when the Trump-aligned FCC chairman decided to point at it. Now, I've heard from him in the past few minutes, Brendan Carr, thanking Nexstar for doing the right thing by yanking the show. He has not yet commented on ABC yanking the show altogether across the entire country. But let's remember that when Stephen Colbert's show was canceled over the summer, what did President Trump say? He said, next up will be an even less talented Jimmy Kimmel. It is clear that pro-Trump allies...
Shit, Jimmy Kimmel sitting behind the desk like Scarface right now. Like, oh no. Like, is everything okay, Jimmy? Like, everything okay? I'm gonna figure this out in the morning. Take my show from me. All I done for the motherfucker. Like, okay, wanna play rough? There's been multiple shootings at the ABC studios. Jim Kimmel's page. The guy, the bad guy. While he talking all that shit, Trump come from behind. Like the dude at the end of Scarface. The guy put this shit together. Me, that's who. Say goodnight to the bad guy. Trump come from behind with a shotgun. This I'm saying. I know he was shocked as hell when he received that news. He probably hit him with the what? What? He hit him with the high-pitched what? Jimmy got some bad news. There's not going to be a show tonight. What? Jimmy, you know, there's no need to show up today. His personal assistant not picking up the phone. What the fuck is, where's Amber? Fuck, she's not picking up the phone? Like, what's going on? He get to the studio, the door be locked. He'd be like, oh, fuck. Jimmy, it's all over. Just pack up and go home, man. There's nothing else to see here. Like, one bad joke ruined my whole fucking career. That's fucked up, man. You gotta be careful. I bet you I kiss Jimmy Kirk's ass. Rest in peace. Because he deserve it, man. I like Jimmy Kirk. I'm just mad that they ain't invite me to the barbecue because I know they be having them big-ass ribs and shit, man. Them MAGA people get together, you know they throw them burgers and hot dogs and shit on the grill, man. Put on that country music. What? Fix a big-ass picture of Kool-Aid. Go duck hunting and all that shit and be fighting with alligators and stuff. I like reptiles. That's the reason why I'm mad about it, because Charlie Kirk seemed like he was a cool dude. You put all that race shit to the side, you know what I'm saying? He speak his mind, you speak his mind. Next thing you know, y'all sitting by the barbecue pit with that Tim McGraw playing in the background. Rest in peace. I'm mad at Jimmy Kimmel because he know better. Listen at this.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. When Stephen Colbert announced that his late night show was being canceled back in July, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, had a chilling reaction.
Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, you know, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that.
They're next. I hear they're going to be going. Well, tonight, an ABC spokesperson confirms that Jimmy Kimmel's late night show has been preempted indefinitely. Now, it comes just hours after a large set of ABC affiliates announced they would refuse to air Kimmel's show. They say because of comments the late night host made on Monday night relating to the motives of the man that shot and killed Charlie Kirk, wrongly suggesting the killer was part of the MAGA movement. He was not. Nexstar, the largest owner of local stations in the country, came out and said it, quote, strongly objects to recent comments made by Kimmel concerning the killing of Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC affiliated markets. And if that were the whole story, he said something, it was not correct, the affiliates pushed back, well, then that would be one story. But that,
what he should have did was say, everybody in attendance, I want to have a moment of silence and a rest in peace, regardless of how you feel about this man or his comments. There's been a tragic death here in America. We want to have a moment. He should have pulled out the American flag on the damn stage and sent his condolences and then went on with the show. That's what the hell he should have did. He should have folded a fucking flag right down in the middle of the damn stage. Tell the drummer, please don't tap that drum. Everyone, a moment of silence, please, everyone. He should have did a moment of silence for the whole damn show. Standing on the stage looking stupid, holding an American flag in his hands. He should have dedicated the whole damn show to Charlie Kirk. His ratings would have been through what the fuck wrong with him? But that Mexican man ain't gonna do nothing now. He gotta go out there and find another job. They might deport his ass. Like, who's the Mexican fellow that was with Jimmy Kimmel? Does he has his papers? We're gonna have to get some agents out there. I don't believe he's legal. There's a possibility he's been working under the table for Jimmy Kimmel. We're gonna have to get him deported. Fucking up the money for everybody. They got a vacancy up there. They better holler at S.A.T. Better give me, my link, all my stuff in the description box, baby. I'll come up there and do the Jimmy Kimmel show. Shit, I put the MAGA hat to the back and it still got MAGA on the back of the hat. Shit, I wear them Donald Trump sneakers while you bullshitting. I got a nice little blazer that'll go with that. Shit, take the Jimmy Kimmel off and put Sean Blazerton on the damn desk. I love to sit down and have a conversation with Kim Kardashian. He fucked up. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. And for the people out there watching, make sure y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. I love you, Jimmy. That's the end of your show, man. Hopefully you could bounce back. Apologize to that man ASAP. Get on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Do all that shit, man. Apologize to that man. Because you wrong. If somebody dead, all you can say is goddamn and R.I.P., man. That's all that should be coming out your mouth. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Got so much love for y'all.